Yes. Question.
Yes, cousin. What I was wondering, I want really to come to terms to understand, see, racism is a big thing in this whole world. It happens a lot in England, but why is it so worldwide in America? It's so blatant. They can get away with it so easy. Why is that?
Okay, I got you.
Right.
First and foremost is that I gotta put this statement. Nobody wins the race in racism, fellow. So we're all being tricked. So when you're dealing with racism, talk to somebody. We know it's a sickness. So we talk via something called education. Now, when you go into the semantics or linguistics of education, real education really means edited dictation. So think back to when you was in junior high, elementary, growing up in high school. You was treated the same way we was all treated.
Yeah, definitely.
We was brainwashed. So right now, we come to our senses, we come with a shampoo condition. So racism really is a disease, follow? So no race is better than no other race. But, however, if they want to play the race card, I don't play that. They want to play the genetic and race card, right? Then humans are really meant to be one race. So why is it you can live under the sun, somebody else can't? Now that's not racism. Why is it that some people only breed amongst themselves? Now, the terminology for that is called eugenics, which is the basis of your world wars, by the way. Bosnia, Serbia, whatever the countries called in Eastern Europe, with original slaves, because they were Slavic nations. And speaking on that now, when I was younger, I went to a country called Yugoslavia. It doesn't exist no more. When I was younger, I went to a country called Czechoslovakia. It doesn't exist no more. They broke it up. So right now, that's real racism in education. Because they've whitewashed the education out and they come with his story. Whereas beforehand, now we had our story. So back to the original question. Y'all think racism is more prevalent in the US than it is here? Man, this is the US. This bitch Britannia, I said it, Queen Elizabeth bitch. This bitch Britannia is the first state and last state of America. If you go back to the history of the 13 original colonies and the so-called Caribbean and the people in the motherland. So we was all tricked with a British education. They thought that was the way, that was a shish nash. You know, that everything started at Christopher. Who the fuck was Christopher Columbus? I said it. Who was Christopher Columbus? And I'm unapologetic. Who's Christopher Columbus? Some faggot, right? They tell you how great Christopher Columbus was. You even got Columbus Day as a national holiday. But they don't tell you how the dude died, right? Him and his faggot ass brother died of syphilis. Yeah, he's the first man from the old world to step foot in the new world. Well, as a matter of fact, the navigator, because that's what we was called Peter the Negro. In English, it means Peter the Negro. That's how we termed it. Under the charter of Queen Isabella of Spain. So when they came trying to find India, and they bumped into the Caribbean, which is America, it's on the same plate, because we ain't no Carib animals and all that. And that's what cannibal or Carib means. You know, they're trying to say you're carnivore or cannibal or animal. You ain't none of that. You know, you are the original American. Don't get it twisted, people of the Caribbean. I don't care if you're Jamaican, Puerto Rican, St. Lucian, Jamaican, Trinidadian, St. Kitts, Puerto Ricos, whoever. There's so many different places, man. We made up for everybody. But how they divide you is that they try to say, you know, you're Nigerian, you're Gambian, you're Trinidadian, you're Bayesian, you're Jamaican, you're Ghanaian, you're Ivory Coast, you're nah. You're all one people. You heard me? One the shirt, one love. You're one people until they divided you. Split, divide, and conquer. Sound familiar? Break it down to you. So one planet. When the whole planet pre-continental drift, we inhabited everywhere. But because my man asked me the question, I got a post up there called Black Presidents in Early Europe. We're in London town right now. We was already here in Troy. This is what they call London, Troy. As I broke down in Pound 111, like where we are now, the borough of Haringey, there's 32 or 34 London boroughs, unlike the 5 boroughs like New York. Real London is the city of London, because London is a corporation, and the UK trades as a business, incorporated. Same like the so-called United States. It's not the United States of America. The US is a corporation, it's a business. The president, he ain't the president of the United States.
I know that.
He's the president of Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia. Like real London, Troy is the district of the City of London. They have their own police department. The City of London Police. When the riots happen up here, City of London Police come, Royal Spirit Master, all the police come. But Metropolitan is simply the urban district. But the real City of London is that square mile radius around Threadneedle Street, where they trade on your birth certification. This is another story. Yeah, they birth on you, they trade on your number.
The straw man.
Yes, like straw man, free man, and all that. I don't want to go too deep because it's light information. It's very easy to comprehend.
Yeah.
And they're doing this worldwide. But you can resend and get your name changed. Like me right now, I gave it my slave surname. That's no disrespect to my mom and my pa, but you know, your name's meant to carry title, weight, credence. Like, just say for a lot of people of color in this country, the UK, London, most of their folks came over in what we call the Windrush generation.
Yeah.
So the Windrush generation was based in the early 50s, like 1951 to 2. Now, Britain, not Great Britain, nothing great about Great Britain apart from you all people of color. Britain was going through a decline, industry-wise. They was fucked basically. So like to get back onto that world plateau, they needed people investment, they needed body labor, you know, and serving it. So they put out a request from the boats from the Caribbean who fought graciously World War I and II. Yes, there was black pilots. Best believe that shit. And Indian and all that. Who laid down their life for the crown. And they don't get no recognition. But anyway, yeah, so they went to the Caribbean and requested all the brothers come over from the islands of St. Lucia, Grenadines, Tobago, Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, all around diaspora. Come over here to boost up your labor. And when the brothers came here on the, I'm not saying the good ship, but the ship, the Windrush, this ship right here, the Windrush, not the good ship Windrush, the Windrush, which was an ex-decommissioned German SS ship. Don't believe me, I could be lying to you. This is research, baby. They came over here and they docked in, what's the dock in East London town? Tilbury Docks in East London town, East London. The Thames River, London. They docked there, they started inhabiting places like where we speak right now, Tottenham, Peckham on the south side, Brixton, Wolverhampton in the West Midlands, also Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, and the northwest of England, Coventry and Bristol, the main ports. So, the brothers came in and they started to boost up the British economy again by taking the so-called jobs that the Englishman wouldn't take. These are jobs like transportation. British Rail at the time when that was a corporation. London transportation on the subway trains, riding the subway, the underground, the London Underground. The buses, it all come under London Transport, Bristol Transport, Manchester Transport, all black people doing that. And that boosted them up. So that was good. So then you had a guy, right? He worked in the Defense or Secretary of State, whatever it was, his title. A young Caucasian white man called Powell. Now he resided in a place called, I think it's Wolverhampton or Warsaw. That's in the West Midlands in this country, right? And he said, yeah, this is going good. Brothers done well, man. Yeah. We devised something called the NHS, which stands for the National Health Service. Which actually, I'm not gonna knock, because the National Health Service, I give it its props. On the NHS, you can get dental treatment and all that, you don't have to pay. I do give it its props. Britain did lead the way in that. However, to get that up and running, they had to get the brothers and sisters over. So they sent out another message, SOS to the Caribbean, and bring the sisters over. NHS hospitals, we needed a sister. My mom was one of those, right? Came over as a nurse and all that, teachers for the NHS. They came over, boosted up the NHS, that was going nice. 6 years later, this same Powell, a little demon, reneged on his promise and welcome and said, you know what? Yo, too many people of color in this country, yo. In a few years' time, they're gonna start mixing in with the natural inhabitants, the natives. But hold on a minute. You ain't natives, you ain't never been no natives. Anglo-Saxon. Look into the word, like, study that properly. You was never natives. We came to the British Isles before you even called this Britain or whatever. And Britain just means covenant, covenant-ish of man. We came here just to study the British Isles, you know what I'm saying? We propagated all around the planet. So, back to my point, y'all called for the women to come over, do nurseries and all that, nursing, teaching and all that. 6 years later, he came up with some infamous, people called it infamous speech, called the Rivers of Blood. Do you remember that speech? You heard about the Rivers of Blood? It's very derogatory. So he was saying like, yo, black man, black woman, move next door to me, have sexual intercourse, give birth to another black son or black daughter, sexual intercourse, long story short, soon it's gonna be, the place gonna be flooded, melting pot. That's what he was saying. He came with that racist shit. Then you have things like gave birth to the National Front and all that. So when people say like your original question, are they more racist in the US than they are here? You have to remember, first and foremost, this is the United States. The United States is a part of the United Kingdom, which are all part of the Union. Don't let them trick you. Which are not countries. They've never been countries. They are corporations. They trade on your number, on your name, on your birth certificate, certification. When I was younger, I used to be a print finisher, so I know certificate is based on bonded paper, like certified like your money, sold for currency. And this currency is fucking fake anyway. Real currency was like, you spend money with me, copper, gold, silver, whatever. You pass me, I feel good, but you're passing me your energy, that's a current. Currency hence goes through the current. I feel good, I spend it with the next brown person. He feels good, do the same, boom, do the math. But right now, in 2016, our people, like, it takes 7 seconds for the black dollar and pound to leave a black person's pocket. Because you'll rather go to the Arabs, Pakistanians, an Asian hair store, or go downtown to Nike or an Ice City. Whereas in 1920, when we had Greenwood Avenue, which is Black Wall Street, which is Greenwood, Archer, and Pioneer, 1920, man, Prohibition. Look what we had, man. We had 600 black businesses, 21 churches, 21 restaurants, 30 real grocery stores, like Farmer's Market, you heard me? Raw food, you know I'm down with that. 2 movie theaters, 6 private airplanes, let alone airstrips. That's how powerful you people is, man. Yo, plus hospital, a bank, a post office, schools, libraries, law offices, and even a bus system. Right now, the urban libraries are shut. All your urban community centers are shut. All your urban bookstores is shut. And y'all don't come and support us, we trying to do something for you, the people. You should be ashamed of yourself. As I said, why y'all doing that? Like, y'all know about Madam C.J. Walker? First black millionaire, by the way. But don't believe me, check out the facts for yourself. If you wanna know more about inventions, if y'all use PayPal, donate, because I'm trying to get a school, a shop, a one-stop place where I can lecture, but I can't do it without the people's help. I'm here for you. If you want to like donate, whether it's a pound or a dollar, or even a Japanese yen, I'll take that because people in Japan with afros bigger than when I go. Anyway, but if you want to donate to get this thing off and running and be serious, donate to my email address. There was people of color in Germany at the time. I ain't had none of y'all cry about that shit. Yeah, there was black people of color in Germany at the time.
I didn't even know that.
And even in the First World War at the time. But ain't nobody shedding a tear for that. Tired how it goes. We knew how to navigate from the west coast of the motherland to the Americas. That's all the Caribbean, because that is America. Yeah, because we ain't no cannibal. And if you want me to dispute that, I debate any one of you suckers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only a kid. So, yeah, I do that every day. You come bring that to me, man. I do this for fun, right? I do it for the love. You hear me? For the love films and film most. Come on, support your own people. Every day, I am the whole G stamp at 7 Sisters London and 155 BT. Or every Saturday, come here to the Green Light Market, located at 399 High Road, N17. And he's a people's champion. Yeah, we braggadocious, cute like that. All he's done is change to the next round. I'm about where I'm going. You heard? There's a saying like, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. I'm about where I'm going. I give salutations to my descendants, but I'm trying to aspire to be my ascendants. And he just ascended to the next round. That's the first goes well, shit. Ascended to the next round. That's double black, ascended to the next round. Barry White with that baritone, ascended to the next round. James Brown, the man himself, ascended to the next round. My mom, yeah, Black Woman's God on Earth, she ascended to the next round, left this plane 3 years ago. You heard me? So I aspire to be like my great ascendants. Y'all can all shed a tear about your descendants. Nah, you ever see me turn up in no wake, no funeral, no black morning? What I'm mourning for, you heard? Good afternoon, it's a great afternoon. I'm celebrating that life because he's me and I am him. I say I'm staying on the good stuff. Some of y'all folk haters don't understand that. You wait for the Europeans to tell you what a bad day is, what morning is, what a funeral is, and all that shit. No, we live on. You heard me? You want to say something on that, brother? Speak on.
I'm listening to wise words still. Like, I'm got my full attention, big man. Still.
But I gotta learn from you all too, because I ain't just a teacher the Muslim. I gotta learn. It's a two-way thing.
But the next note, yeah.
So say anything for the mic.
Going on to our next subject.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, that shooting with that youth, the American shooting with the policeman shooting the kid. Why is it allowed that he could donate the gun, the same gun that he killed the youth? He was allowed to donate it.
I got you. So yeah, so the cop made money off of that, right?
Because the white.
Let me say something real quick.
I've never heard or witnessed that to believe that.
Let me say something real quick. First of all, right, I grew up as you, hate the police and all that, fuck the police. But I'm trying to keep this positive, right? Not all police are bad. There are some who actually do good. This is self-evident in the case of Dr. Malachi G. York, who's innocent, by the way. When they raided the land, Timberlake down in Georgia, 8 police officers who happen to be people of color like myself and you know what they done? They was outraged at the distrust of Sheriff Sales and all that. They left the police force in disgust. So there are some good police who put it down. And I know some people of color who are police in New York and London. And when they see me in the comments, they go about Hotel Norton. They're about their people first. So, but the negative ones, yeah, they give it a bad name. So back to this cop, right? Did you know recently, with all what happened last year in Ferguson and all that, right? Yeah. You know the white cops, they got suspended, but they got suspended on full pay, right? Full leave, right? Yeah. Now recently, don't believe me, check this out on your YouTube, Google it, whatever you want to do, social media. I don't know the names of it. A black cop he let off a round, right? And it peppered through this car, right? Ricochet hit this 15-year-old Caucasian guy. I ain't gonna say white because there's no such thing. So hit this Caucasian European guy in the States. Guess what happened to this black cop?
Got stuck on the wrist.
He got suspended straight away. He got arrested, and more so got incarcerated, got his back taken, and he's in the jail. Whereas a Caucasian cop, European cop, suspended on full pay, pending investigation. Woo! Go back to Canvas one black cop. So this cop, person of color, innocently didn't do it on purpose to shoot this kid, bullet ricocheted and all that. No police federation say, you know what, like a union, we got your back while this pans out. Nah. he ass in the jar. Imagine what that does when the message sends out to his family. That's sad. So it's a double tier standard. And as I said, it ain't got nothing to do with America or Britain being as racist as each other. I done told you. There's no such country as America or no such country as UK. Check this out, Google it. They both trade as a business. They are corporations, you follow? Same like Germany and all these other places, Germany. So there's bad cops everywhere. Me personally, I say this from personally. As I said already, when I grew up, got incarcerated a lot, went to jail a lot, penitentiary a lot, correctional facilities a lot. Nowadays, it's embarrassing. I don't go to a P9 at night. There's nothing about being in a P9. But, that being said, police don't pull me up. You don't see me walking down the block with no hoodie on looking on menacing. When I'm walking down the block, old folk don't cross the road. Because I ain't got that about my personification, you know? But if you're wearing hoodie and all that, you look like you're concealing something, guess what? The police are gonna pull you up. Because you gave them that right to be suspicious of your monkey ass in the first place.
You know what, jumping on that,
if you do the same,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Right, you see the youth, UK youth, we talk about, yeah? You always look just the same, black tracksuit, black hoodies, in the winter, sun, whatever, even in the sun. Why do they do that? The way it's dark.
I'm glad you said it, right?
So they're gonna put that portray to make the other person go across the road or
because it's just like, I'm glad you, that's a good fact. It's just like racism, right? Now, I talk to a lot of elders.
I don't get that.
I talk to a lot of elders, right?
I don't get that.
Now, you all know that, you know, your boy Brooklyn's a fly dresser. But sometimes you may see me in a tweed suit and all that. You'll see me like rocking that 1920s look. I love that. And it's not what's the word? British aristocracy. It's not none of that. We was the pioneers of that. But what the Brits done, they try and make it exclusive, say like Scottish tweed, Harris tweed. No, we was busting with it. As I said, 1920. Look how we was. As a matter of fact, bring it forward, 1952, the Windrush generation, when your folks came over from the Caribbean islands, right? Yeah. Look how they was dressed. Yo, the brothers were dapper. The sisters were dashing. The children were bespoke. You heard me? They had pride. Now, our people just like Planet of the Apes. Ass crack showing like there's some Irish construction worker. So, we're doing ourselves a disservice. You follow? It's a beautiful thing when somebody comes up to your elder and says, you know what, I like your bow tie, I like your tie, I like your suit, I like your brogues. Yeah. Brogues what you call shoes, by the way. You follow? I like your style, I like your swagger. Yeah. They love that, because we are colorful people. So we're gonna bring that back. It's funny because in boxing now, yeah, I used to box. Yeah. They try to pitch you against each other all the time. So they try to pitch my boy Ben against you, Ben. Now a lot of us when we was growing up, they try to say like, especially in the UK, they try to say, well, Eubank is the sellout. And I got love for Ben and Eubank.
Yeah, me too.
But when you go in wisdom, you realize that Eubank was doing something unique. He was dressing and speaking in an articulate way. And that's cool, that should not be frowned upon. Yeah. Because in our generation, we was growing up, they taught us that the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they said it's cool to be like the Fresh Prince, right? Fuck that. The Fresh Prince is a wally, he's a sap, he's an idiot, he's a cool. It was better to be like my man, I forget his name now. Who's the smartly dressed one?
His cousin.
His cousin in Bel-Air.
Yeah.
What's the smartly dressed one?
Oh, you mean Jeff?
Not Jeff. Not Jeff. He was cool. He was cool.
He does a funny
He was cool.
Is it Cliff Clinton?
But I'm saying like Cliff's son, who's Wells' cousin.
It's Carlton.
Carlton. That's
it. Waistcoat and all that. Come home from school, he ain't playing no arcade games. He about his work, right?
But we don't look at it. But certain people are looking at it.
We're looking like that.
See that he's some nerds.
But fast forward now, right? 2000s, we're in the 2000s, right? Then you go to your candy store, your local store, and the Asian man. What is Abdul's son doing? Since coming from school, he ain't playing on Nintendo, right?
I know.
He behind the till. He learning mathematics. What are our children doing? Yo, man, PS Bucks this, man. Arcade, yo, took them out, man. It's like, nah. It's a different paradigm right now. We're gonna recalibrate ourselves, you know what I'm saying?
Let me get my
Oh, I managed to break in a minute. But check this out. It's your boy again, Hold Your Step TV. Brooklyn is about the place to be. Hold Your Step. Man, I fall apart this thing. It may be part 5, but we're building a sign for this. Real Girl Talk. Black Women's Girl, by the way. I'm gonna see you back after the break.
Doubt.
My tune, yeah?